Hello everyone, Lynsie McKeown here. So today's practice is really about helping us raise our energy a bit, or hopefully a lot. What's going on in the world can have a great impact on our community, and what's going on in our community can have a great impact on our personal lives and our home lives and as individuals. So at any point in history, there's a lot going on. And it can make us feel very depleted. It can start to drain our energy if we get too focused on it and we start to see the world through the lens of hate, or we see the world through the lens of really no connection, no love, no certainty. And so this practice is about helping to shift our perspective, to raise our energy. So let's do this first. Let me have you lay on your back, and then we'll talk about the importance of this as we practice. So take up as much space as you want to start. So legs wide, arms wide. And then just take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Oh, and just feel your body soften into the support of the earth. And let's do that one more time. Nice deep breath in. And this time, hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath, and a big sigh out through the mouth. And feel yourself release. We hold a lot more than we realize we are holding. So just see that exhale as an opportunity to let go. And then let's shift the breath in and out through the nose. A soft breath in and out, so the breath is equal in length on inhale as on exhale. And there's a sense that with each breath in and each breath out, that the body is becoming more relaxed and the mind is becoming more calm, because the breath is allowing us to be pulled gently inward, away from that external chaos, spin, to a place within us that is always steady and calm. And so we'll carry the breath with us throughout the practice, letting it be our guide. So let's bring the legs together, flex the feet, arms by your side. And breathing in, the toes pull back and the arms sweep by the ears so the wrists touch the floor overhead. And then as you exhale, arms will sweep back down by your side and the feet will relax. Okay, so that's the breath and the movement. Inhaling, arms sweep up, pull the toes back, thighs contract. And then as you exhale, the feet relax, arms sweep by your side, and there's a gentle hugging in of the navel to the spine. And now as we breathe in, we're going to see if we can deepen the inhale, maybe to a 5 count inhale. And then as you exhale, arms release down by the side, belly hugs in, feet relax. And now we're going to inhale for 6. Now I'm going to be throwing out different counts of breath. And if this stresses you out, don't worry about it. All you're trying to do is take a deeper inhale. That's it. It doesn't have to be a 6 count. It could be a 3 count, okay? Just make it longer than the exhale. This time perhaps it's a 7 count. Breathing in, feel the chest and upper back expand with breath. And then as you exhale, arms sweep down, and there's a sense of completely relaxing and releasing with the exhale. Last one, we'll inhale 8 count. Pull the toes back. Keep the arms up overhead as you exhale. Okay, let's hold here, breathing in. Feel a sense of aliveness coming into the upper back and the chest. And then as you exhale, you feel the soft hugging into the navel and the support of the sacrum as it presses into the mat. 2 more breaths, breathing in. Perhaps at the top of the inhale, you hold the breath just lightly, 1 count. Don't squeeze the face or clench the jaw, and then exhale, softly relax. Last one, breathing in, and you only do breath retentions if it's appropriate for you, where you are in your practice, where you are in your body. So don't do if you're pregnant or have high blood pressure, or if you feel anxious or overwhelmed when you do it. And then exhale, arms sweep down by your side, bend the knees, place your feet on the floor, okay? So breath retentions are actually more of an advanced practice, so just be cautious when you do them. We're going to breathe in. We're going to lift the hips and arms sweep up by the ears. And then as you exhale, you lower the hips down, arms sweep down by your side. Okay, we're going to include that long inhale. Inhale 5, arms sweep up by the ears, hips lift. And then exhale, lower down, belly hugs in, a soft release of the breath. 6 count inhale. So what we do when we take deeper breaths in is we build energy in the body. We start to build what we call in yoga prana, vital life force. Breathing in a little bit longer of an in breath. Perhaps you're at 7, perhaps you're at an 8 count. And we'll do one more. Inhaling, perhaps 8. And then leave the arms up overhead for a moment. Leave the hips lifted. Breathe in. Nice long inhale, and breathe out. Nice soft exhale. And then sweep the arms down by your side. If possible, interlace them underneath you so you get a little bit more lift of the chest. And see if you can continue to breathe in. I'm turning my head to look at the camera, but that's actually a no-no, so don't do that. Keep the head stationary, looking up towards the ceiling, and breathe in and out. Keep awareness at the chest, because as we take deeper breaths in, we're going to start to build prana at the chest, at the heart region, the lung region. And we want to make sure that our mind is steady. We don't want the mind moving all over the place, because if we build energy, we don't want our minds to be crazy and taking that energy and distributing it outward. We want to hold it inward, and specifically for this practice, we want to hold it inward at the heart. And then we'll lower down, nice and slow, exhale. Pause here, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, hug the knees in and gently rock a couple of times forward and back. And then you're going to come up to sit cross-legged just for a moment. Head over the spine. And take a moment just to notice where you've landed. Only after a few gentle movements of the body, after just a few simple, I won't say simple breathing techniques, but changing the breath with the simple movements. And then let's bring the hands to the heart space. Right hand on the center of the chest, left hand. And I'm going to read you a poem, okay? Or just a statement by the late Wayne Dyer. It says, raise yourself to the level of energy where you are the light that you seek, where you are the light that you seek. And raise yourself to the level of energy where you are the happiness you desire. Raise yourself to the level of energy where you are the love you feel is missing. And raise yourself to the level of energy where you are the unlimited abundance you crave. And I might add to that, raise your energy to the compassion that you want to see in the world. And raise your energy to the level of change that you want to see in the world. So let's take a nice deep breath in and out through the mouth. And then we'll open with one Om together. Nice deep breath in. So may we dedicate this practice to raising our energy to that level of that we want to see in the world, whether that be compassion or love or abundance. And to rise above the lower energies that make us feel heavy or not worthy, or that there is no hope. And so let's open the eyes and let's come over onto our hands and knees. Okay, so when we want to build prana, we shape the breath. That's the fastest, most efficient way to do that, but we can also do it through sound. So let's breathe in, lift the tailbone, lift the heart and chin. And as you exhale, draw the chin in. We're going to shift back into child pose. Okay, so inhaling, coming up to all fours. Open the front body. And then as you exhale, open the back body, shifting back. So we're going to add sound here. You can join me or you can just mentally chant Om. Remember, sound helps raise your vibration, your energy, breathing all the way to the top of the inhale. And then together, Om. I'm going to do 3 more. Just see that sound rising up through the spine. You can also see the sound almost as this purification, just clearing away whatever gets in the way of seeing, feeling our innate self. And pausing here, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale to all fours. Curl your toes under, push back to your downward facing dog. Make sure you have a nice even fluid breath. The breath is guiding us. Remember, it's the tether to help us move from the external to the internal. And then let's walk the feet to the top of the mat. Soft bend in the knees. Slowly come up one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders a couple times. And I'll turn to face you here for a moment. And just pause here. Bring awareness to the heart. And raising energy isn't about going out there and running a marathon or forcing ourselves into crazy contortionistic style poses. It's about altering the breath to help alter the energy of the body and our perspective. So let's breathe in, take the arms up by the ears. Feel the chest lift. And then as you exhale, feel the navel hug in as the arms come parallel to the body. Okay? So let's come back to that shaping of the inhale. Inhaling, 5 count, arms sweep up. And with the exhale, there's a sense of being really grounded and stable, because as we build energy, we don't want to be ungrounded and all over the place. We don't want to be frenetic with our energy. Inhaling, maybe about a 7 count this time. And then exhaling into our foundation, into our steadiness. And let's go for an 8 count inhale, or something that's about a 2-to-1 ratio of breath. Lead the arms up overhead. And what I mean by 2-to-1 is your inhale is twice as long as your exhale. And we'll try to maintain that here. So you can breathe in for 6 and out for 3, or in for 8 and out for 4. But just make sure it's smooth and rhythmic. Okay, and awareness is staying at the heart. Because as we build energy, as I meant or said before, we don't want to be careless with our energy. What do we want to do with it? What do we want to use it for? And for this practice, we want it to help us just rest in the abode of the heart. Next, exhale, arms sweep down by our side and take pause. Because when we are resting in the abode of the heart, we understand who we really are. And it's not all this craziness that's going on around us in the world, in our community, in our home life, perhaps. But it is what is deep within us. Okay, so from here, we're going to do some lunge salute. So arms are going to sweep out to the side and up overhead on the inhale. And then exhale, soft bend in the knees. Chin stays in as you bow it down towards the legs. And then we're going to come up halfway, breathe in. And then we're going to exhale, step back with the left foot. Knee comes down to the mat. Hands can stay where they are, or they can sweep up by the ears, lift the chest, maybe lift the chin. And then as you exhale, chin comes in. Step to the top of the mat. Option to interlace the hands behind the back if you're okay with that. If not, hands stay on the floor. And then inhale, rise. Arms sweep up overhead. And then center into the heart. Exhaling, always coming back to the heart. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, chin comes in, soft bend in the knees, belly hugs in, so nice flat back on the descent. And then inhale, come up halfway, look straight down. And then exhale, step back with the right foot, knee to mat, arms sweep up perhaps, chest lifts, belly still hugging in for the soft back bend. And then exhale, hands to the mat, step forward, option to interlace behind the back. Inhale, rise, arms sweep up. And then exhale, center into the heart. Okay, we're going to do 2 more rounds. So breathing in. You can even add a little upper back bend if you like. But as you exhale, remember the chin comes back in because we don't want the energy to rise into the head. There's enough energy going on there, right? Inhale, come up halfway. And then exhale, step back. Knee comes to the mat. Breathe in. And then exhale, step to the top of the mat. Hands interlace, perhaps. Belly hugs towards the thighs. Inhale, lift from the heart and belly. And then exhale, come back to the heart, come back to your intention to raise your energy. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale and fold. Smooth inhale, halfway lift. Complete exhale as you step back with your right foot. Inhale, upper back bend. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, don't lift the chin. Let your heart and belly lift you, not the head. And then exhale, hands to the heart space. Okay, got 1 more round. Smooth inhale, fluid, soft. And then exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back with the left foot, knee to mat. Arms sweep up. Breathe in all the way to the top without strain, though. Don't force it. And then exhale, top of the mat. Perhaps interlace the hands. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, rise. Center into the heart. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in. You can add that upper back bend if it feels appropriate. And then exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, step back, knee to mat, arms sweep up, breathe in. And then exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rise, arms sweep up. And then center into the heart. And then pause. Feel into where you've landed in this moment. Part of building energy, we don't want to quickly go on to the next thing, but feel into it. Okay, step back with the left foot. So we're going to come into a warrior 1 stance. Sweep the arms up by the ears. Okay, simple movements here. We're going to exhale, straighten the leg, arms come down by your side. Chin is slightly in. When you inhale, inhale for 5, arms sweep up, maybe lift the chin slightly. And then exhale, straighten the leg, chin comes slightly in. Okay, let's keep doing that. 6 count. Shoulders move just past the hips. So you're building prana in the upper back and chest. And then exhale, shift back. Okay, 2 more. Breathe in, maybe a 7 count this time. Again, you find the depth of the breath that's appropriate too, where you're not feeling anxious or overwhelmed, where you can still feel yourself building prana, but it's not making you feel off balance. Inhale, 8 count. Now we're going to stay here and exhale. Now we're going to have this opportunity to add sound back into the practice. Just either mentally do it or say it out loud. If you feel resistance to it, just pay attention to why you have that resistance. Maybe just doing it will help break free of that resistance. Okay, so take a deep breath in. As you exhale, the arms are going to go wide and the hands are going to come into prayer at the heart. And you'll pause here and you'll breathe in and you'll breathe out. Awareness stays at the chest. Now we'll add sound of Om. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Om. And then pause here, breathe in. Mentally feeling that sound of Om rising and touching the heart. And we'll do 3 more. Inhale. Om. Pause, breathe in. Breathe out. Your foundation, your base is steady. Inhale, arms sweep up. Om. out. And then inhale, take the arms up overhead. And then exhale, open up to center. Pause here. Okay, and then we're going to switch sides. So you can just simply turn your feet the other way. Toes pointing to the end of the mat, back toes at an angle, arms sweep up overhead, inhaling. Warrior one, and then exhale, straighten the leg, chin comes in. Let's change the breath. Inhaling, 5 count. Exhale. Back of the neck, lengthening, this sense of lengthening through the crown. Inhale, 6 count. Exhale. Listen to the breath. Make sure it's not ragged. Inhale, 7. Exhale. Last one, 8 count. Inhale. And then pause here. As you exhale, arms go wide, hands come to the heart space. And then we pause here. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep the knee right over the heel. Arms sweep to the sky. Inhale. Option to chant. Om. Awareness stays at the heart as you breathe in. And just mentally chanting Om and feel that sound resonate and vibrate at the heart center. Okay, 2 more. Breathing in. Om. Pause. Be steady in body. Be steady in breath. Be steady in your awareness. Last one. Inhale. Om. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms sweep up by the ears. Open up, exhale, parallel the feet. Take a pause here and just feel the shift of prana, the sensation, vibration, warmth, and aliveness. And let's take a big step to the top of the mat. Take the arms to the sky. Inhale. And then when I exhale, fold it down. Halfway lift. Inhale. And then let's exhale. Step back to your high plank. Hold here. Breathe in. And we're going to lower all the way down your belly. You can take your knees down to the mat if you need to. Otherwise, elbows graze the side body. Relax the feet. Okay. Hands stay where they are. Breathe in, come up to Cobra Pose. And then exhale, fold down. Okay, let's add that 5 count inhale. Inhale, 5 counts. Elbows stay hugging in, shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, release. And as we pulse, make sure the breath isn't frenetic. We're deepening the inhale, yes. So inhale, 6 count. But there's a smoothness to the inhale. There's no hitching. There's no aggression to the inhale. Okay, 7 count inhale. Awareness at the heart. As you breathe in, you're stimulating prana, drawing prana in and directing it to the heart space so that prana can help us move through all the heaviness that we pick up from our external lives. 8 count inhale. And then exhale, release. And then just turn your head to one side. Arms come by your side and pause here. And then hands can come back to your side. Inhale, press yourself up to your knees. Curl your toes under. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Okay, so we're going to come back down to our bellies and we're going to bring in that chant again of Om. And I encourage you to try it. I know the first time I did it, I did not feel comfortable with it. But over time, I just tried it. And I noticed that the more that I did it, the more it helped dissolve whatever that resistance was that kept me from simply trying something new, something that might make me feel vulnerable. And as it dissolved that resistance, I was able to access or get a little bit closer to who I really am. I'm not that resistance. I'm not that fear. I'm not that doubt. Okay, now let's shift forward again. Lower back down to the belly. Knees if you want. And we'll show you a couple different options. Option one, you're going to grab for your ankles and you're going to come up to Dhanurasana, bow. If you're grabbing the feet are available to you, next option would be to lift the legs. Arms can stay by your side. Or you can even just let your legs relax and come back into Cobra Pose, whatever height that you feel is appropriate for your body today. So I'm going to demonstrate the Dhanurasana. So bend the knees, grab for the ankles. Now breathe in here. Feel the pelvic bone pressing into the mat. With the exhale, push the shins away, lift the balls of the feet. So what's going to happen here is when we inhale, we're going to lower down just slightly. And then with the exhale, we're going to push the shins away, feet lift. And you can do this even if you're not doing Dhanurasana. So we're going to breathe in, come down part way. Now we're going to chant. Om. We have two more. Inhaling, soft release. Exhale. Om. Awareness stays at the heart. Last one. Breathe in, slowly lower, just about halfway. Exhale and rise. Om. Pause here. Breathe in. And then exhale, release, turn your head to the side and pause. And then bring the hands next to your side. Gently press up and back to your downward facing dog. Resist the urge to go into child pose as your counter pose. Just find some extension in the spine first. And then you can come down to your knees and then shift back to child pose just for a short pause. Bowing it inward. Stabilize the breath, because as you build prana, the breath might start to become a little erratic. So you want to make sure the breath stays smooth. Control the energy that you're building. And then let's sit up. Okay. Bring the pads of the feet together. Okay, knees wide. Sit bones as close to the heels as feels okay with your hips. Spine tall. Head right over the pelvis. And just kind of flap your wings here for a little bit. A lot of tension in the hips. I notice if I just kind of flap the wings a little bit, that tension around the hips will soften. And then relax the legs. Close the eyes. And just feel this lift from the tailbone all the way up to the base of the skull. And then come back to the soft flow of the breath in and out through the nostrils. And bring awareness to the chest. Just behind the breastbone and the front of the spine, this deep abode of the heart. And let's breathe in for 5. And just out for about a 4 count. We're gradually moving to a 2-to-1 ratio, so you'll find what works for you. Breathe in perhaps a 6. Breathe out 4. Chin is slightly in, so don't lift the chin. 7 count inhale. 4 count exhale. Last one, 8 count inhale. Soft count of 4 as you release. Now we're going to change it a little bit. So we're going to breathe in, perhaps a 7 count, and you're just going to hold the breath 1 count. And as you do so, bring awareness to the heart and mentally chant Om. And then you will exhale 4. Okay, we'll do that 2 more times. So breathe in 7. Pause, deposit the sound of Om into the heart. Feel the body steady, the mind focused.
And then last one, in for 7. Hold, if you're holding something very precious at the heart. And this time as you exhale, fold forward. Just let the head relax. The breath is still flowing through the nose, but we're just shifting back to a steady rhythm of 1 to 1. So if you inhale 4, you exhale 4, or 3 and 3, or 8 and 8. 2 more breaths. Okay, and then inhaling, coming up. Okay, let's bring the knees together. And this is where you're going to actually come onto your back again. And as you come onto your back, just remembering that intention to raise your energy to the level that where you are, that change that you want to see, where you are the compassion, where you are the love, where you are the abundance. No one else is responsible for lifting us up. It is our own personal responsibility. Okay, let's take the arms out to the side. I know that kind of sucks to say. It's easier to blame people, right? But it's our own personal responsibility to do the inner work. Let's shift the hips to the right 2 inches. Draw the knees in. And we're just going to take the knees over to the left for a little twist. Now, you can put a blanket or a block between your knees or underneath the knees if you need to. Shrug the left shoulder out from underneath so that the back of the heart moves closer to the mat. If it's okay on your neck, turn your head to the right. Especially if we get engrossed in what's going on in the world, in our country, in our town, in our community, in our personal lives, it's easy to become externally focused, and then all the judgment and criticism comes in, the blame comes in, the anxiety, the overwhelm comes in. But the tradition says that if we want to see the change on the outer world, we must change the inner, because the inner reflects the outer. Let's come back to center. Okay. And then shift the hips to the left, draw the knees in, and drape the knees over towards your armpit. A little bit of a tighter twist. And if that bothers your back, you can take the legs a little bit farther away from the armpit. Draw the right shoulder away. Turn your head perhaps, still with that 1-to-1 ratio of breath. If you like, you can close the eyes and keep the awareness at the heart. Just feel the soft flow of prana in to the heart space, and this feeling of expansion throughout the heart space with the exhale. So breathing in prana to the heart, and as you exhale, just feel it flood the entire chest, heart, lung region. The tradition also says that we can't really feel into the innate characteristics of who we are, that rest and that deep abode of the heart, without prana. Prana comes in, and it's kind of like scrubbing bubbles, if you want to think of it that way, clearing away all that stuff that just gets landed on the heart space from being too externally focused. Let's come back to center. Okay, hug the knees into the chest and just do these little sacrum circles here, side to side. Now we're going to take a little bit of a longer Shavasana, which I always encourage everyone to do. Don't shorten the Shavasana. It's so, so important, and it gets cut out of almost every single yoga practice. So if you need to come out because you don't have enough time, you're welcome to come out of it. But if you can, just go ahead and open up, heels towards the edges of the mat, arms out as wide as feels comfortable. If you need support under your head, take it. Take a deep breath in through the nose.
And out through the mouth. And you stay here. And I will let you know when it's time to come out. And just feeling the body resting on the earth. And feel the points of contact with the earth. So the heels. And feel the heels soften and release. Feel the back of the calves. Relax. An awareness to the back of the thighs and feel the weight of the thighs melt away from the bone. And the belly is soft, and all the gripping of the hips and the low back release. And there's a sense of sinking downward as the hips and the low back release. And feel the shoulders relax, all holding, nothing to carry in this moment. And as the shoulders release, just feel this relaxation through the shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, and even into the palms, where all the gripping of the hands soften and there's an opening and a gentleness in the fingers. And sense the back of the head resting on the mat. And the back of the skull shaped like a bowl. And sense how the brain rests in that bowl of the skull. So the brain can relax. And the thoughts can release and dissipate. And sense the weight of the eyes being held in the eye sockets. And as the muscles that hold the eyes in place relax, you feel the eyes gently move backwards. Jaws relaxed. Tongue is heavy in the mouth. Whole body relaxed and open. And bring awareness to the flow of the breath in and out through the nose. No altering of the breath. Just simply feeling the inhale and the exhale as it moves through the center chamber of the nostrils. Soft flow in and up to the point between the eyebrows. And a gentle release from the point between the eyebrows back out to the tip of the nose. There's an effortlessness to the breath. An effortlessness to drawing in breath and prana. And an effortlessness to releasing and relaxing. And then sense that with each breath in, as you draw prana, because prana comes in with breath, feel that there's an aliveness, an energizing that is happening between the eyes. And we can perceive this in different ways. Some of us can perceive it as warmth, or perhaps see it as light, or sense it as vibration, or just know that there's presence there. It's your unique relationship to prana. And then sense that pranic light or vibration move from the space between the eyes and feel it move down into the heart. No forcing, just allow it to move as slowly or quickly as it is natural for it to move. And feel that light come down into the abode of the heart, deep in the body, behind the breastbone and in front of the spine. And without altering your breath, just noticing that when the body breathes in, this pranic light expands outward and fills the whole heart, lungs, body, every cell of the being. And as you exhale, that light holds. It doesn't diminish. So you breathe in. Light fills the heart, chest, lungs, entire body. And when you exhale, that light holds steady. There's no forcefulness to the breath. This happens as easily as you breathe in and out. A few more breaths. And just relax the awareness of the breath and just sense the whole body filled with this light and this presence. And also this awareness that the light can expand beyond the confines of the body, that it actually expands outward to surround the body like a golden cocoon. Again, you can sense this as presence or energy, or you can see it as light. Just trust that it's there. That you are this light, and that this light is you. And that it is never diminished by the external circumstances of life. This luminous body is you, and this luminous body is always you. And then take a deeper breath in and out. Stay here as long as you like. Or if you're ready, moving the toes and the feet. Transition to one side. Take as long as you need here. There is no rush. But whenever you're ready, coming to your seat. And find a comfortable seat. And we'll end with a short round of pranayama. And if you feel like this is not in your practice for today, you can come back to a separate video on this. But I encourage you to get into the habit of sitting after an asana practice, either in meditation or pranayama. It will take you deeper and have a deeper impact on your nervous system. Okay, so as you find your seat, head over the pelvis. We're going to do Burmari breathing, okay? So watch first. You're going to take your thumbs, close off the flaps of your ears, and the fingertips will come to the top of the head. And what we'll do is we're going to breathe in through the nose, and then you're going to hum. And you'll change the pitch of the hum. You'll play with this. It could be a nice deep hum, or it could be a high-pitched hum. But the idea is to feel this resonance
at the heart rising up and flooding the head. Just this really soothing quality to the humming. And it has a very powerful effect on calming the nervous system of the body. It has a powerful effect for calming the frenetic nature of the mind and getting us very centered. Okay, so I'll demo really quickly. So thumbs in, fingertips to the top, breathing in. Okay, so we're going to do it together. You won't be able to hear me with your thumbs in your ears. So count 7 rounds, okay? And at the end of 7 rounds, you bring your hands down to your knees and you just sit in a few moments of reflection or meditation. Okay, so together, breathe in, exhale through the mouth, close off the ears, fingers to the top of the head. And as you relax the breath and relax the body, just taking a moment to be still. And bring awareness back down into the abode of the heart. And feel yourself being pulled deep into the abode, a sacred abode. Where you are already that energy, that light that you want to see in the world, where you are already the love, where you are already the compassion, where you are already the unlimited abundance. And if you feel drawn to stay here and just rest in the heart, I encourage you to do so. Whenever you're ready, you can take the hands to the heart, bow the head. Releasing the mind into the wisdom of the heart. Take a deep breath in and out. And we'll close with one Om, deep breath in. And then when you're ready, just gently opening the eyes, lifting the chin, and making your way back. Okay, yogis. Just keep remembering that it's our own personal responsibility to raise our own frequency, raise our energy. Keep going back into the abode of the heart, being filled back up with that awareness that we are the light, that we are the abundance, we are the compassion, we are the change. So keep practicing. Drop some comments in the below. Let me know how you're doing, how I can support you. And until next time, many blessings.